Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I'm doing a harness bar install on my 2015 Evo X. I got the harness bar from Cypher Auto. I actually got it off of redline.com. So open it up and you have the bar here with the Cypher Auto nameplate. Then it comes with 2 adjustable tension rods. Then it comes with all the hardware you're gonna need right there. It's only 6 bolts, and then you have 4 additional brackets for mounting and everything. So we're gonna hop right into it. So some stuff I already got done was I pulled off this B-pillar plate that's laying right down there. I pulled that off, so it was just, there was underneath that cover there's a 10 mil right there that's still actually in there, and then you can kind of pry it off, and then there's going to be another 10 mil that holds it right down in there. So you have to kind of pry this back and kind of fit in a socket in there and try and pull that off. And then you also need to unbolt. It's a 14 mil, I believe, a 14 millimeter bolt from that. That's this other seatbelt bolt that's held on right there. You have to unbolt that. That's for both sides. And then there's also the one bolt hole down there. Yeah, down in there. You'll have to pull. It's another 14. But then that pretty much just gets you to this step, which I already did. So now what you have to do is you should get 2 brackets like this if they're not already attached to the bar. They have this slight angle on it right there, and then they have this side loop here. And I already have one installed, but you want to kind of figure which one goes in. I just have it in there loose, but then this will go on the other side, and that bottom mounting bolt to the slider right there, because you don't want it in the slider because it's just not a solid mounting point. So I got the main portion installed now of the harness bar. It was just these 2 little Allen key bolts. You want to keep everything fairly loose, like everything's still really loose, but you want to get that in, and then the other side there, I'm not sure how other companies will do it, but at least for Cypher, it's these 2 Allen key bolts. It's threaded on the bottom side. Keep everything loose, and then now I'm going to work on doing the floor brackets and start getting the tension bars installed. So once I get to that step, then I'll back up with you. I got most of it actually just reinstalled here. I got the first tension bar in right there. Just everything's still, loose and everything. That'll bolt down right into the bottom. They do give you these little floor plates, if that wants to focus. Yeah, it gives you these little floor plates. I didn't end up using those. Those are for the stock seats, and as you can see, I have aftermarket Sparco's bucket seats, so they don't actually match up with the brackets down there or anything like that. So you'll just have to go with the bottom seat belt bolt hole down here, and just use the bolt from that. Then I'm on the next side here, where without having the stock seat belt, it has a mount down there. What you'll have to do is, so you have to unbolt this bracket. Sorry, I just found it. That comes off the stock seat, which is attached to this bolt that's the bottom of the seat belt. So you have to unattach that, and then get this. And then if you have aftermarket seats like I do, what I'm probably going to end up doing is going that bolt right down there, the bottom seat bolt, and then undoing that, sliding that bracket underneath of it, and then reattaching this tension bar, and then get that on that side, and then I'll catch up with you guys. There's a couple other things you might have to modify, because I want to tuck my seat belts in the B-pillar here. To tuck it right, you'll probably have to actually cut this off, and then so you can slide the belt out, and then you can still have this seat. But I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. As of now, I got a quick run to Lowe's and get a little bit longer of a bolt, just because the one I have will go through this joint right here and then go to the edge of this nut, but it won't go through. And the bolt, so I just have to get a longer bolt that'll actually thread in completely. So I gotta run back and get those, just because I got this bracket in. This is from the stock seat, but I got it in there, but the threads on the bolt just weren't quite long enough. But this is kind of my progress as of now. This wants to focus at all. Just got back from Lowe's and I got the hardware that I needed to get the harness bar in. So I'll show you everything now. I have it all installed, all tightened down. That down there, it's a mess back here now, which kind of sucks because the garage I'm in is a mess, but everything's tightened down nice and tight. I got everything where I wanted it. And overall, I'm fairly impressed. I was kind of skeptical about it, but everything is super solid. You know, it's not going anywhere. I did have a hell of a time trying to get this in, just because there wasn't any real clear instruction for these seats, or just for aftermarket seats in general. Yeah, so if anyone has aftermarket seats, hopefully this is a little more helpful of what you might have to do. You want to keep that bracket from your stock seat that's attached to the bottom of the seat belt there. You want to keep that because you'll probably need it, or I would recommend using it. It would just make your life a ton easier. But everything's installed now, so the only thing left to do really is you have to put everything back in. Well, there's two ways to do it. You can either leave these B-pillars in here, just like clip them in down here, and then just leave these bare, or what I'm gonna end up doing, so you just leave them bare on both sides. What you'll end up having to do is you'll just take these top B-pillar covers, they sit like that, and you'll actually have to kind of cut out this middle section here. So I'll measure it out and cut it out so you can get an idea of it. But that's kind of the final step before reinstalling everything. You just want to find your measurements, cut everything out, and then you can pull everything back into place. What I'm going to do with the stock seat belts, I know some people leave them fastened down there. I'm going to try and keep it tucked within here, just to make it a little bit cleaner. You know, it's not going to be a show car by any means, but you know, if it's a little more aesthetically pleasing, you know, that it really counts, you know, to me. But I got the trim piece all in, and I think it looks way better than what that looks like. I know some people, I mean, it's all, like I said, preference thing, but I mean, for the amount of cutting you really have to do, it's really just minimal. So I did have to end up going a little bit farther. Can this focus? Damn it. Whatever, but you can get the idea. There you go. I had it cut to about there, about halfway. And then I brought it out pretty much to this edge here where it almost rounds over. So unfortunately there's not a way you can kind of keep this intersection, but I might have anyway, just like, since this is black and then I have a black interior, couldn't really tell, but these are gray. I might end up like wrapping these in a fabric or something like that, or I might just take them out one day because it's easy enough, and paint them black or something just to have them match. But then I have the slider and everything. Not that it makes a difference, but I think without having the seatbelt here, like I said, I tucked it away in here. I think it looks a lot better. than just with the seatbelt hanging there or with the strapping down. So I'm gonna go and duplicate sorry, the other side there, and when I get done with that, I will show you kind of the end product of it all, and then I will show you how to wrap your harnesses around the harness bar. How to loop these. I already did one, just for reference for myself, honestly. But what you want to do, you want to have your clip like this, if you can see that, so it's looped over the middle there. You want to go underneath the bar, go underneath, loop it through this first, the bottom ring, and then pull it tight. And then go through this top one. Make sure you don't get all jumbled up like I am, but pull that tight, and then I go over top of this smaller bar, and then back through the loop here at the bottom. So you can get that. Pull that through like that, and pull it tight, and then there you go. You got these are both locked on pretty good. That one I'm gonna have to go through and make a little tighter. Just make sure you do it really tight. And then with this extra slack, these ones are already cut. You can cut them again, just make them shorter, or what I'll probably end up doing is like jumbling up and then throwing some zip ties around or something like that. Just keep them up and out of the way, really. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this side now, and then that should just about wrap it up. Just up with the harness install. Everything turned out really nice. You can see my Sparco seats a little bit better now on the Sparco harnesses. They have a little side pull string here, and then this comes up too. I got two of those, and then show you how everything looks back here. I think everything looks super good. You know, I got black just so it all matched and everything like that. But if you found this video helpful at all, consider leaving a thumbs up or subscribe. Anything like that, it would really help me out. I'm kind of just starting this, getting a feel for it. So if you enjoyed, like I said, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.